Welcome back to Jayhawks Pregame here on the Westmoreland Sports Network, getting you ready for Jeannette and Avella in the WPIAL quarterfinals. And we're on video this week with our Coach's Show with Coach Roy Hall of the Jeannette Jayhawks. And Coach, I know it's always an exciting time. I know your expectations is to get to the playoffs every year, to compete for a WPIAL championship every year, but it's not easy getting to the playoffs, so congratulations for getting here.
Thank you.
How excited is the team, and how excited are you to get going here tonight?
I'm very excited. Actually, I wish we was ready to play right now. We've had a great week of practice. The kids came in focused and ready to go. We always tell them this is like our second season, and they're ready to go.
Coach, before we discuss the matchup, let's talk a little bit about your seed. I know that's the big thing that everybody wants to talk about when the brackets are released. Were you upset at all getting the number 3 seed instead of the number 2? It's a little bit different this year because you get to host the first round game, but the higher seed also gets to host the second round game because of COVID. So was that a disappointment at all to you?
It was a little bit. I'd be telling a story if I didn't say it was. I was a little bit disappointing. I mean, first of all, we lost a touchdown to the number 1 team in the state, and we've been playing pretty well. And I think undoubtedly we have the toughest conference in single A. But it is what it is. I mean, we got a home game this game here, and so hopefully, maybe Springdale could take care of Rochester, and maybe we can have another home game. But no matter what happens, we're going to be ready to go.
Hey, you guys face Springdale. They're a tough team, that's for sure. You never know what can happen in that first round. Talk a little about your win against Greensburg Central Catholic. You guys seemed to really take care of business last week.
I told the team I was so proud, especially defensively. When you hold a team total yards under 60, that's tremendous. I mean, I think they had 3 first downs, and one of our coaches, Coach Cook, always used to say, defense wins championships. And I tell you, I like the sound of that, especially the way we've been playing. I think hopefully we're peaking at the right time.
There's a lot of individual performances that have been great this year for you guys. We're going to be talking with one of those guys, Toby Klein, that's had a great year. But how about Berto Smith? 4 touchdowns last week on the ground. He also threw one. He blocked a punt. He's been solid this year for you, hasn't he?
Oh, he's been solid, just like quite a number of our players have. I mean, if you look at each week, there's one player that outshines the other one in each week, which is very good because, normally when you play some teams, you got to concentrate on 1 or 2 players. We have 4 or 5 guys that can run the table at any time.
Well, let's talk about tonight's matchup against the Avella Eagles. What can you kind of tell us about them when you look at them on film, Coach?
Well, I tell the kids, we always got to respect our opponents, and I believe it's been the first time in a long time Avella made the playoffs. They have a 5-2 record, which is a very good record. They have a solid team. I mean, they have only 20 kids on the roster, but they're so excited. They're excited about making the playoffs. So you never know what can happen when a team's very excited and eager to play for a playoff game.
Now, your Jayhawks have struggled a little bit in the playoffs the last couple of years. Is there anything that you change in practice this week to get you ready for this game, or is it just a different team, a different season, that type of thing?
I look at it as a different team, different season. Some different leaders, and I think the kids know what it's like to not to play real well, and also because our seniors this year, they were freshmen on a state championship team, so they know what the taste to win, and then with the last 2 years, they know the taste of defeat. And believe me, they like that taste of winning.
No doubt about it. Now, most coaches would be concerned about having a freshman quarterback entering the playoffs, but Brad Birch is a little bit differently wired, isn't he?
Oh yeah, all you have to do is you look at the very first game against the Clareton Bears, which was ranked number 1 in the state, number 1 in WPIAL.
Yeah, first start in his varsity career.
And I can honestly say he was not nervous. He didn't have no butterflies or nothing. He was just, there's some things we still got to work on with him, but I tell you what, he's a tremendous quarterback.
What are some of the intangibles, Coach, that you have seen from your teams that have had a lot of success in the playoffs, the big runs that you made? Of course, thinking back to 2016 and in the mid-2000s, the state and WPIAL championships. What do you think has been the common thread among those teams?
Well, I think they work together. They're friends. They always do stuff together, and they've known each other since they were younger. And they feed off of that, and then they know the tradition that we have here in Jeannette, and they just – I don't want to say they want to try to outdo in a way, maybe they want to outdo the last team.
Sure.
They want to do good, and especially this group of seniors we have, they want to go out a winner. They came in a winner as freshmen. They want to go out a winner as seniors.
This is your 43rd trip to the playoffs in school history, second only to Aliquippa. What is it about this program that you guys continually are so consistent and be able to get to the playoffs and make deep runs?
Well, it would start sometime. It started back with our midget days. We had a great midget organization. Hopefully we still do. And the tradition. I mean, we have the most wins in the WPIL, which the kids just keep feeding off of that, and we just want to add to it and add to it. We have a great tradition. We have a great supporting staff.
Earlier in the pregame show, Anthony D'Annunzio had a chance to talk to a trio of Jeannette folks that have meant so much to the program, especially Coach Mucci and Coach Murph. What is it like talking with those guys and Coach Ritz? And you can name so many different people. What's it like being able to talk with those guys? Of course, you had Coach Mucci as your coach, and you guys had some great years under him. What's that Jeannette brotherhood like? It's
fantastic. I mean, like every week or every other week I talk to each one of them, Coach Mucci, Coach Murph, Coach Traeger, sir. But like Coach Rich is still coaching, so we talk periodically.
Mm-hmm.
I get a little bit from each one of them. I mean, like I learn from all of them, and I just try to pass on everything that I've learned from them in the past. It's just I'm honored to be a part of that coaching group.
Absolutely. Coach, before we talk about your keys to victory, thinking back to July when you started together with, workouts for the team for this season, has anything surprised you, about this group?
Well, first of all, it surprised me that we're still playing.
Still playing, yeah. I think I asked you that last week. Yeah, sure.
But I tell you what, without knocking any of the other players, I think we have a great group of receivers. We have a great running back, and I can't remember the last time we had a group of receivers that can catch the ball and take it the distance at any time.
Coach, one final thing for you. You're a very wanted man right now. Someone's yelling your name there. Your keys to victory tonight here against Avella.
Capitalize when we're in the red zone. Don't have no turnovers. And if they don't score, they can't win.
They can't win. That's right. Coach, thank you so much. We'll fist pound for tonight.
All right.
Good luck tonight. That is Coach Roy Hall of the Jeannette Jayhawks. And, Coach, seriously, good luck. And thank you so much for all the time you've given us this year.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Again, that is Roy Hall of the Jeannette Jayhawks. We'll be back as Jayhawks pregame continues right after these messages.